only violence being perpetrated here by the machines, the unlawful actions of the corporations, tearing apart the land, desecrating the graves, the effigies, all the things that are sacred in the land here, which the people hold dear. There's all the violence and destruction here. We show up with people and prayers, women, their children here. No weapons of any kind, just our prayers and our sage smoke, medicines, good songs. They stand here equipped with the most harmful weapons to man, with all the body armor in the world to protect us from what we don't know. So here we are live, here to support our relatives all over. Come join us.
You can't drink oil! No water, no life!
Good evening. I feel so happy. What a shit show.
I want a federal investigation and a nonpartisan recount of this entire vote. We need another day of voting, okay? We need to count all provisional ballots, okay? That's what we need to do.
The corruption has become so established that it got comfortable. So comfortable that it got lazy. So lazy that it got hard. No more voter suppression can be tolerated in Maricopa County. We demand that our votes be counted. We demand a revote on June 7th with an open primary. Current corruption needs to be held accountable.
I have got a juicy story for you up top. Not often do you have a story that involves sacred burial sites, attack dogs, pepper spray, the big banks, and the Chamber of Commerce, right? Come on. You come for the Chamber of Commerce, but you stay for the attack dogs.
What have we done on this Stop the way! You think those women and children are dog food? They can kill someone! We're not leaving! We're not leaving! Get those out of here!
My name is Yushki, American Horse. I'm here to protect the water for the children and the unborn and protect our ways of life.
In North Dakota, there's something really, really good going on right now. Something very special. The people are coming together. This has been going on for a long time. What started out as being a few guys with a few lawn chairs ended up being horses coming down the road and meeting up with thousands and thousands of protesters.
Decision today. There was a court hearing today for an injunction that was filed by the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe against the Dakota Access pipeline to stop construction beneath the river, the Missouri River, so that they could, until the lawsuit that the tribe has filed can be heard. We were all expecting a decision today, but there was no decision. The judge decided to delay that decision 2 weeks to September 9th. So the response, I don't want to say, actually it's really weak right now, but the reception is really bad. So what does this mean? This just means that we're kind of in limbo still. This means that we will have, that there will be no decision for 2 more weeks. Dakota Access Pipeline did voluntarily postpone the construction beneath the river until this day. So we don't know if Dakota Access is going to keep or not, maintain that stance of not digging until a decision is made on the injunction, or they could just decide to move ahead tomorrow or the day after. We really don't know.
Well, today it all came to a screeching halt, and after today, things are going to really get serious as far as the government goes and the protesters in North Dakota.
How you doing? Say we're here at a site, and we had some of our warriors put themselves out, and as you can see behind me, one of our warriors put himself on the machinery to stop today's construction. They are very near the camp right now.
The protesters in North Dakota have all the right in the world to do what they're doing, to be protesting what's going on. But they're protesting the fact that they want to put oil pipes underneath the river.
As I hope you know by now, a company is tearing through North Dakota like White Castle tears through the human digestive tract. And both scenarios involve natural gas. A corporation called Energy Transfer is putting in an oil pipeline that most people who live there do not want. If the pipeline were to ever leak, it would likely ruin the water supply for Standing Rock Reservation and millions of others. Energy Transfer are also ripping up sacred burial grounds. Because, you know, nothing bad happens when you disturb Indian burial grounds. That's like every horror movie ever.
All right, so we're going to talk about the Dakota Access pipeline. And in doing so, I'm going to try to not curse. Because it seems like whenever I talk about this or read about it or anything like that, I start cursing.
I mean, I could understand your frustration.
It's about water contamination, and it's going through, you know, ancient burial grounds that, like I said, the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, they're not with this. And other tribes as well, too. They're protesting. So a lot of people have come to North Dakota, and they're protesting, thousands and thousands of people. So just a few days ago, the private security released dogs on the protesters, maced them in the face. I think at least, I believe it was at least 6 people have been bitten by the dogs. One was a pregnant lady. I believe one was a child. Countless, I don't even know how many others were sprayed in their face with the mace. I mean, this is a really stupid situation right here, and I can't stand it. So what's happening now is that the tribe has gone to court to stop this construction. So recently, the judge that's presiding over this case is a U.S. District Judge James E. Boasberg. So he issued a temporary stay, pretty much. And, it said that it's really looked at as a positive for both sides. I don't know how it's a positive, because I don't even really see it as a positive for our side that does not want construction of this pipeline, because if it's just a stay, it seems
all
like
it means is this is a delay.
Exactly. That's what it seems like to me.
Hey folks, Dallas here. We're at in front of the state capitol in Bismarck, North Dakota right now. Had a large rally. Folks are dancing and celebrating. And folks are happy for, wow, they're running towards me. They're running towards me. Folks are excited because we just got some huge news. Well, first, the courts had rejected the tribe's injunction against Dakota Access, which was a bummer. It's sad. That's a downer. But a good thing is that the Department of Justice, the Department of Army, which is the Corps of Engineers, and the Department of Interior issued a joint statement that they are that they're not going to allow any permits to cross the river, the Missouri River, until past decisions have been reevaluated. So they're halting any permits that have been thus given by the Corps of Engineers, and they are now going to reevaluate, start over on that process, or I don't know if it's starting over, but reevaluate those past decisions. There's also been a discussion about looking at the permitting process that started this whole problem in the first place, and opening up a door for further tribal consultations, which did not happen in the first go around. So this effectively delays. This effectively stops any crossing of the Missouri River for the foreseeable future, which is a huge, huge win. With that said, Also in that statement is that the agencies are asking, or it's a request for Dakota Access to not build they're asking Dakota Access to not continue putting pipeline in the ground up to the federal lands. Whether Dakota Access listens to that or not, it's up to them, but this is still a huge win nonetheless. What this means is that Dakota Access could still continue to try to dig through those cultural sites, historical sites, could still continue to try to ram this pipeline into the ground and all the way up to the federal land, but they will not be allowed to cross the river for the foreseeable future.
They're sending a message to the world that the American democracy system is a lie. They have no honor. None. All your ancestors, as well as mine, fought and paid for that right in blood. That's what them stripes on that flag represent. Yeah. Well, when you wake up, we're going to hate you for the 6 million Indians your ancestors slaughtered. Yet we joined you in wars and made this country great. And this is how you repay us. You violate our treaties, desecrate our gravelands. For what? Corporate entities who want to get rich. All of you will suffer. It's not just us. You will suffer. Your children will suffer. When the corporate entities control the water in the world, shame on this country.